Okay, so this is how to make $2,000 as soon as possible with Instagram through completely organic traffic without paid ads, even if you don't have a large audience. This is just proof that I did this in a fairly short period of time with a completely new offer as well, so it does work. And I'm going to show you the exact blueprint that we used to do this so that you can just replicate the entire process as well. So first is we used the Insta Success blueprint, which is a 4-step proven framework that we found. And just to prove that it works, I did it on this account, which is not a big following, completely organic as well. And we'll look at the 4 steps that you need, as well as a little secret step that just improves conversions as well. So to get to this process, I actually went through a mentorship, a cohort with somebody that was doing over $100,000 a month. So I just took their advice and I utilized that. And through trial and error, we just came up with this framework, the Insta Success Blueprint. Because number one, Instagram is just the easiest platform to gain high quality attention opposed to TikTok or long form like YouTube. And it all starts with this one thing, which is a high ticket offer. Anything over $500 that you can charge for, okay? And the reason for a high ticket offer is because if you don't have a large following, you have to optimize the dollars collected per conversions. So you are going to have to spend a lot more time in terms of delivering the service or whatever it may be, but you can charge a high price for that. So you're just going to have to put more time into that and then just charge more for it. That's essentially what a high ticket offer is. And in order to create your offer, you need to make sure that it solves a problem for your audience. And you can use this framework here, which is specific, measurable time, and without a certain pain. So you already know that people pay a lot of money for like weight loss programs and stuff like that, and you're just giving them a full-on step-by-step guide to get there. And it's probably something that you've done in the past or a result that you've achieved for yourself. And that's pretty much how you put that together. What I would do is take inventory of your life. If you don't have a high ticket offer, put down timestamps for each year and identify the biggest problems in those years that you solve for yourself. That's going to give you a good indication of what you can actually offer, as long as it ties to the big 4 niches, which is health, wealth, relationship, chronic pain. So people will pay a lot of money to look more beautiful, i.e. weight loss. People will pay a lot of money if you can help them make money, which is kind of what our offer is tied to. So I said I help coaches and creators get 100,000 views in 60 days or less without paid ads, and that will directly correlate to them getting more revenue. They do have an offer that they are selling through organic content, right? Then there is relationships, which is people will also pay a lot of money to get their desired partner or just improve the quality of their overall relationships. And these are all proven frameworks, right? Like if you think about what people actually buy, people spend the most money where there's most pain. So if you fat, the chances that you want to get into great shape is a great pain. So there's a real pain point there. And if you can help someone solve that, then there's a lot more money to be made, right? Same way as in wealth, to take someone from $0 to $2,000 or $2,000 to $10,000, there's a lot of money to be made in that. And as long as you have a proven process or have solved the problem for yourself in the past, then you actually have something to offer somebody. Okay, and the next one is chronic pain. So both physical or emotional pain. So if you think about like therapists and doctors and stuff, they pretty much solve these problems. But let's say you solved a specific problem in your life where maybe you were lacking purpose, or you were depressed, suicidal, whatever the case may be, and you somehow found purpose, and you can break that down into a step-by-step process to help other people. That's chronic pain, and people will pay a lot of money for that as well. When people are in the most pain, they will pay more. That's just the entire framework, okay? So that's step number 1. Step number 2 is the organic content. So for organic content, you're going to take this high ticket offer, you're going to break it down into one statement, and then you're going to start creating content around it. And based off of this one statement that you come up with, based off this framework here, and just to be clear, this is not by any means the best framework. If you are looking for somebody more credible, I'd recommend looking at Alex Hormozi's how he structures his offers. That would probably give you a better indication if you don't want to use this. But this just simplifies things for me. If it does for you, that's great. Then you're going to take this simple statement that you made based off of this offer framework. You're going to figure out their biggest pain points, their desires, and you're going to create organic content on Instagram, right? You're going to solve these problems, which is going to be educational, and you're going to point out their problems, which is just going to be relatability. And this is also a really good statement to look at. It's something someone actually told me recently, that if you can outline people's problems better than they can, they immediately think you have the solution. The more you can relate to this person, the better they actually trust you to actually solve their problems. So that's why I take inventory of your life, look at the problems that you've solved, and try to backtrack on the actual pains that you felt in that moment. And that way you become more relatable and more trustworthy as well, because you've actually solved the problem for yourself. So you're just going to create content around those two specific things. Then step 3 is the stories. So the reason I say stories is because this is where the whale clients are, if you will. So what I've noticed is that even though I have CTAs in a lot of my content on this account, right? So stories actually leads to DMs. I should put that in there. So stories actually leads to DMs. And what I've noticed is with the stories is a lot of people that even if you have CTAs in your content itself, a lot of those don't convert. But through stories, once you see people watching your stories, like I'd say over 2 times in a row, then you kind of reach out to them to see if you can help them. I mean, obviously you look at their profile and see if it's a good fit, depending on what niche you are again. And that's pretty much the proven framework that I used on this account to get to this end result. So that does work. Stories are your best friend. You're just going to put out like valuable content, like ask questions, that sort of thing. And a majority of the time, from what I've seen in the stories, is that these people don't necessarily always engage. But what I do is I go through the viewers on the stories, and I keep track of the people that are continuously coming back to my stories. And more often than not, it's pretty much the same people. And if they're watching your stories, that means they're there for something, right? So what I do is I just reach out to them, say something based on their profile, and you just get the conversation going where you can actually run them through a sales script. Okay, then you find out their pain points and you offer to see if you can help them, and you get them on a book call, right? This is the entire framework, right? So high ticket offer, organic content, stories, to DM, to booked call. And if you can help them and your sales script is good, right, it'll often end up in you actually making money, right? Like this. Now, there is one little step that makes this a whole lot better, and it's called the secret step, which improves conversions. So this secret step is Skool. If you don't know, Skool is a platform where you can host a community for a specific group of people who have the same problem. So you can create a fat loss community where people want to lose weight. You can create a mindset community where people want to improve their mindset. Or you can create a community like what we have, which is a content club to create better content. And this is just you teaching about the stuff that you've actually done, the stuff you're learning about, and you pretty much give it to them for free. So why is this good? You have direct access and can position yourself as an authority because it's your group. Yeah, you can add value, see what they struggle with the most, and actually find solutions to their problems and offer them these solutions. Okay? And this is great because it builds a lot of trust and authority. So if you take short form organic content, it's a lot easier for them to just join a free group where you can then nurture them, help them with their problems for free, build trust and authority, which leads to an easier sale. Then you're going to offer discovery calls. From there, because it's your community, you can DM them. They'll probably have a connection with you already. And what you can do is offer discovery calls to see if you can help them. And depending on your offer, you're going to sell one of these two. You're going to sell done for you service, or you're going to sell a done with you service, which is a one-on-one coaching or consulting offer. Now, you're probably going through your mind that all of this seems super easy, and it is, but you're going to have some limiting beliefs because I went through this myself, and you may not think it's possible, but there's 2 options to help you with this, okay? So first option is that you can do it for free in the beginning for confidence and to actually get results for the people that you're helping out. And number 2 is just you putting it into perspective. And I've actually done both of these. I've done it for free, and I've had to put it into perspective multiple times to actually get around the value that I'm giving these people, right? So how do you put it into perspective? Okay, so this was my perspective, right? After I helped somebody for free, I had to put it into perspective to help me overcome my limiting beliefs. And this was my perspective. I spent 2 years of trial and error to build an audience online and learning how to monetize it. If I can give someone every step they need to take and guide them by avoiding common mistakes I see them make, that will save them years of trial and error themselves. And the best way you're going to be able to do this is just take inventory of your life. Take a piece of paper and go through each year of your life and the problems that you solved in each of those years. And then what you're going to do is link it back to one of these: health, wealth, relationships, or chronic pain. We all have problems that we solve for ourselves, unless you're a 12-year-old that hasn't really experienced anything in life, okay? In which case you're actually going to have to go out and learn a skill, try and help someone for free, see if it actually works, and then go ahead and do this. Okay, we all have problems in our lives, and if you can just go ahead and think back to the different years of your life where you've actually solved problems for yourself, and if someone had to come to you and offer you a solution like this, saying that you would not have to go through a whole year of figuring it out, and I will just give you the step-by-step process to figure it out within the next 3 to 6 months, how valuable would that be to you? That's the entire Insta Success Blueprint. High ticket offer, organic content, ideally free school community. You can join ours if you want to learn organic content as well. You'll have stories, DMs, book call. So to recap, if you do this, you can go high ticket offer, organic content, ideally into a school funnel, free community, which will increase your conversions. You can see that here. This is the goal, to get more book calls so you can make more dollars. It's that simple. Peace.